Mining focus. Random raids and perks. Alright, that's familiar. At least we got the Phorians this time with it instead of the Denders, so we might get some money. And yeah, same perks as last time, right? Exploration gets more money. They are freeze resistant bots though for the why didn't we get some energy last time, right? This would have been much better. We got mining focus. And there are replicating elements in here. This is quantum computing again. There's like limited teleportation, post scarcity, and brain machine interfaces here as well. Also ways to make money this time. So hopefully we don't just completely run out. Which would be nice. Brain machine interface, welcome. Geo Housing is also welcome. Yeah, this is a lot more stable. Yeah, goodness. Like, I wonder if people are gonna find better results than I am. Like, I consider a score of like not dying in that map is I think good enough. We actually lost, like completely. I haven't ever done that. And the worst I've done was like a similar sector. It was another dry sand sector, which was one of the first runs I did. It was like 3,000 points. But I haven't ever completely died. So yeah, that's still sort of... And we sort of replayed it and like, you know, I showed that you could actually complete that sector, but not with a good score at all still, right? Only 4 stars. So what about this one? Freeze resistant bolts are available, which are, you know, those are usually quite good. Although I don't see a use for them right now. I might want to stop exploring if I see a way to make connections work. There is something to be said for, you know, two-way trade. We can make goods. There's food up here. Is there another source of food the other way? If there is not. This could also be a source of food though, depending. I think I want to scout a little more though, because I want to be sure that what I'm doing will actually work. Alright, you see there's this freeze resistant bolts, right? I could maybe use... I mean, yeah, that's like that, right? Like, freeze bolts can also make food, is the thing. But maybe this has to be water? There's lava up here, right? We have geothermals, so there's energy potentially to fix things as well. Where do we start then if we're going to use energy up here? Maybe up here in the corner. Might be better to start with than this area. Although there's like 4-bay ruins, right? But if I want the brain machine interfaces, which I do because they... Like, we don't have anything else we might want to build on. We don't have any other projects, so this is a really good tech. Maybe don't go freeze resistant bolts then. Like, I want the geothermals for this, right? Because that makes energy and it solves a bunch of things here. And energy is nice also because we can get better Bakar missions with it. I think we start with this two-way trade here. And then of course we get a mission for two-way trades, but hey, you know, neither here nor there. Okay, so we get like making an ore plant. I think we invent a technology. Instead of trying to make an ore plant successful, we can make this remnant successful for the Vittori's missions. We have to connect this. Just 2 more science. And you can do this two-way trade at the very least. Which, yeah, that counts. And there's this as well. Precludes that, but it's too long anyway. So. Also, we needed that input, right, to make that planet work. Like the goal is to get, you know, yeah, there is the availability of that, but I guess from bots. Yeah, where would he? Like this. And this is a farm, but where the bots at, right? I could do ball 3, right? That's the thing. These like freeze-resistant bots is a cheap tech that does a lot. Right, like this ice ball, for example, would be excellent to freeze-resistant bots. I could just make goods. What would I make here? Water, probably, right? Got a water output here. We get a water output in here as well. Probably like more chips up here. I would imagine, right? If only we had a robot for these. Which we kind of don't. Yeah, that's the issue. Maybe geothermals isn't all that great. The lack of food is a bit of a problem. There's no easy way to solve that, like with bots and things. This one seems so good. Like if we get the food from here, then we can make bots here instead of goods. And those bots could be freeze-resistant bots up here, right? Where we get more water. The water can go in here as well as there. And then we get chips output. The other water can then go in there. That's quite good, actually. Well, we might not need to make the bots here, right? Because if I make the bots here, then we still get access to everything. And then we can make the goods here. Just the access of food that's going to be difficult, right? Because there's no... I guess there's like... Wait, there's this one, right? That works. Doesn't work very well though, because it doesn't connect there. I'm trying to make things work here, which is pretty difficult actually. We'll start with the brain machine interfaces, trying to like complete the Vittori task, right? We also try to like make some two-way trade happen, right? Which we haven't really. Not really anyway, right? Like that doesn't really do anything. Got a little hook here, right? I think the geothermals happen would be kind of nice. That's also, what can we get here? We can get like science out of this. It's just 16. I'd rather sell them, to be honest, to make some money. Ruins there. Also not really, I mean, I guess, right? It's like this. If I could just, wait, we can blow this up. There's Geo Harvesting. I should probably try to That's good income, right? I could just make the two-way trades happen, then you're sure, right? But I think we'll just grab the 16 here. Got a 31 income, that's pretty good. Now we skip the 31 income. Sounds okay. The goal would be to blow up this desert, right? At some point. Don't know now in the future, but probably also to get freezers and bolts though. Okay, we can get a two-way trade now. Go ahead and grab it so we can get the task complete. And get 4 goods. It's not the best. 4 ore, I guess. I guess we still do it. We try to get something that makes goods, hopefully. Anyway. Like 4 goods is like 2 whole plants worth, right? That's not a small amount of goods. I'm making you guys. The problem is this connection here can't be done, right? Like if I get the food from here, then we get the chips from there, then we get the humans in there, we can get the good in here as well. You get chips, human, right? That's like 3 chips into a lab, which is really good. Is it a type of lab we want? I don't know. I can blow this up too, right? I think I might just blow up plants instead of trying to do freezers and bolts at all. Maybe we just skip out on it. We just blow up the ice balls. As well as this one, because it's in the way. And that would be the right response. So how can we like keep building and still get value? Ideally by getting some kind of science out of some of these ruins, right? If you can get enough, then we could get to the thing pretty effectively. It's like the more we build these kind of connections, like internal connections, the better, right? Is there any reason for me to not take this? I guess there is, because there's water here, which I might want to. No, because we're gonna need this one, and this one, the only way to get a human is from here, so just go ahead and take it. There's also that connection now, which is good. No, right, we can't do that. I want order, right? There we go. Now we got enough money to do it. Wait. That one, right? Like, yeah, we could get like lots of chips in here, which is nice. Also, there's this connection, but that would preclude this chip from going into the lab, so I don't do that. Alright. Alright, we got another 7, which is really nice. Try to be efficient, right? This costs 5, right? Can build that. Try to Geo harvesting, right? Try to unlock that in some way. Obstructed. So we're not making any goods or anything, right? But okay, this is good. Can get closer to it. I actually think maybe we can't afford a lab without making a ton of goods. We can get even more. That's a crazy amount of chips, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I don't know if I want to though, because that's like an ocean here that we could make food out of, which is actually quite a good source. Although we have a source up here, right? Guaranteed food. This is a two-way trade. Not a very good one, but it is a two-way trade. There's like a bit of a catch-22 we're in now. So we are needing a bit more science to get things done. We don't quite have enough money to drop down lab this year. Well, this gives us enough to drop it down next year with a two-way trade. And we do get access to more stuff as well. So it's not bad. And 15 here, you can like skip the rest of the year, and then we get 49, which should be enough to plonk this down. Now the question is where? I think like this is going to be the one. These connections are going to be horribly expensive. Yeah, it's 18 here. Okay, what are we building here? I want to know if I can get food for it. In which case, you know. Okay, we can. There's no way to get ships in here either. Oh, we can do robots into goods, right? It's obstructed anyway, so I don't know how good that is. Not very, probably. I guess it does make some sense to grab you anyway, though, because that was 18, right? We can get like that. Or maybe even no, we can't afford that. Still, this gives us access to Geo Harvesting. Although I want those solar superconductors, right? So we get it next year. We get solar first. And next year we get Geo Harvesting. And then quantum computing, I suppose, right? Geo Harvesting first, so we can actually solve all these problem planets. This one's going to be at -8, unfortunately, because of that decision. But I think it's better to do so anyway, because it's... okay, so... what am I building where here, right? That's an option. It's not a very good one. There's like lots of things we could do. Don't know what to do. Lots of places where we can blow up planets. It's very nice. Are we going to make the things that the Bakar and the thing that wants us to make, right? This is ore, right? It does work towards the mission. So I guess we start with this. And we do go to establish by doing this, but I think it's okay because we have the Geo Harvesting to make money. As long as we're above 0, it's gonna be okay-ish. Okay, we can get 6 science here. Actually, I won't, because we can get Geo Harvesting early. And that will allow a bunch of things. Actually, can we solve this before it? No, we can't. Can solve this one, though. That's a big change, okay. Get rid of you, because you're in the way. And it did unlock solar superconductors, right? Which allows me to use arid and desert to make energy, which we could use here, for example. But blowing it up here is better. Well, we could use it here, right? Okay, we get some food. I can go there, and then we get goods here. There's then a human available, which I suppose can go back. Did you look at that, right? We should try to unlock quantum computing as well. Yeah, pretty much. I think, yeah, instead of food, right? Makes more sense. Don't want this one. I don't know, but we can make energy here, which is very good. I want to keep going. Although, if I want to be more efficient with my money, I could blow up some plants at the end of the year that we're not going to use. For example, this one is unusable as well. You get the solar, and this is energy. You can get robots as well for it. Have a look if there's ore. There is no ore, so there you go. Have 1 energy. And you know, have another energy. There we go. That ain't bad. And then, you know, we could even send it back here as well. Be careful about the happiness. Yeah, I think so. Why not, right? So there's like this now. You can make water here and biomatter. Oh. There's lots of things we could do here. That's nice. There's like an arguably made for a farm as well here, which would work to use up the bot, make it successful. What we're really looking for is doing these missions though, so if we don't spend all the time and not complete any of them, right? Because we have the availability to do quantum sensors at this point already. Quantum computing at this point already, which is sort of the thing. Where is goods though? Because I use these forge worlds to make bots and things, right, instead of making goods, which is... the mission is to make goods, which we haven't really done. And this could be 2 goods. Yeah, there you go. That's one more to go, right? If I could make this prosper, then it would work, but... Also, I should probably spend my money on these, right? At this point, I can get lots of money this year. Because we don't have things like skill up or anything, so... That's a good investment. So I'm making 74 instead of making whatever little we've had. And now we can see if we can make labs. I'd love to, but at the same time I'd love to complete the mission first. Can we really not get any additional things? And we can't send energy in here to make it bigger, right? That's another thing we could have done. There's no other... You could make goods there, but it's... You could make them here, I suppose. Have bots or something, but... I'd rather find another planet. There you go. And you just go ahead and make some goods for me. And then we need some ore. Let's go just make some here, right? There we go. Mission's complete. So I want to, yeah, there we go. Invent 2 new technologies, which we're going to get quite easily. And then getting ore producing is successful, or getting an ocean to prosper. I think we get an ocean to prosper, to be honest. We've got one here that looks quite close. So if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we can get wave augmentation. That is out of range, so wave augmentation would help. would cost us a few points of science, but I think it's okay to take. There's geothermals as well, right? Yeah, we could have gotten even more energy, right? But I went with solar superconductors because they were the things available. We don't have any stars or anything right now. At this point, geothermals is not that good anymore, right? We had one here that we could have geothermal, but I decided to go for the other thing, which is fine. Get quantum or get this. Like, how close am I to? Oh yeah, very close. Okay, so getting this actually completes the mission, so that's good enough to want to do it. As I can now machine interface you and then send it all the way up there, which gets you prosperous, 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 right? You get 3 prosperous plants out of that, which is, yeah, I mean that's worth it. Okay, so now what do we do here? How do I fix this mess? There's like a bunch of things we could do here. First of all, let's do that, so you're no longer complaining. What I'd really love to see is some more, let's make some more labs, right? For the quantum computing, ideally we get a lab that has like 3 science. I mean, I could just, if we have 100 income, I could just build a bunch. I don't think there's any reason not to just build as many as we can, really. Yeah, I'll just put it in here, I think. These aren't, you know, super amazing right now, but they'll be good later on. I guess that's about it, really, what we can build with regards to labs right now. Like 3 labs, and then all of them will upgrade, right? Which one are we still missing? We're still missing bots, and we're still missing water, right? I don't know how to make a water lab. It's gonna be quite difficult. Making a bot lab should be easy. There's like a bot here, I suppose. Like there's the quantum computing, right, which should unlock the Tory quest. Yeah, we got 8 more signs as well. Oh, there's the one. Bots, that's what I want. Let's just go for the 2-way trades, I think. Oh, I think that's not too far away that we can probably do it, because there's like 8 2-way trades is a lot of 2-way trades. Now, unfortunately, it requires us to build 6 science, which self-hosting AI gets us 5 and not 6. So that might be a little bit of a problem. Anyway, I wanted to make water in here so we can get, you know, there's another prosperous there. And we can get the goods, and we can get the food like that. Okay. So now how do we get enough bots? I guess we get 2 humans, right? We can get a human from here. And that would work. So we need the energy. Also, I need to make sure that every planet that we can has those brain machine interfaces, because the more we have of those, the better. There's one right here as well. So we have the cash spare, so why not spend it all on brain machine interfaces, right? Let's just... Okay, so we can get 5 or 3 science this year, right? So that would be quite good to get. Because science is the thing we really are looking for, not necessarily money. Because machine interfacing, turns out it's a good tech, right? It's a nice tech. I guess I'll just do that. And then what we're doing this year is we go colony, send in the human, and then get self-hosting AI. We give up on dimensional anchoring, but I think that's fine. You can't get every tech. You get a Vittori tech discount for that. And then we want to explore into that corner. Let's first have a look here. We can't ascension. This is very good though. There's a power plant, which means you get lots of money for later. We want like infraways and things. So let's go ahead and have a look up here in the corner. So we can't make our way over. I think this is the better way to do it. Get an Earth-like. Get to move into this corner here if we are lucky enough. I guess we do if I blow this up. There's like an ocean here. There's like lots of ways to make water here, right? We still need a water lab, right? So one lab we don't have. And that's connectable. So you can like make ways to make goods into these Earth-likes, right? That's actually important. For now though, let's just go ahead and send you. Remember, we still have Geo Harvesting available as well, so you know, building all these labs is fine. Do I want to do that right now? Maybe. Can I get this before? It's a bit of a gamble, isn't it? But it's 4 months to build a lab. So yeah, I gotta do it now. So which one do we go for? There or... Oh, well, we can't. It's slightly out of range. Oh well. In that case, we'll build the lab. Like, the reason why I didn't want to build the lab is because maybe the Vittori gives us a quest for a lab, right? And then we can get actually a few more points for it. But I guess we don't. What do we do here? That is in range. Alright, we'll just make food then. Let's see a way to fix that up. Yeah, okay. Let's just not do that, right? Let's invent new technologies and establish some two-way trades. It's not ideal, but you know, here you go, right? Okay. Which are the ideal techs, right? I guess teleport is just the next tech we might want, and maybe one nanites, but I think this makes the most sense to get. I don't know if we can get post-scarcity at all at some point. But certainly teleporters seem good. Like we can get all sorts of places additional value. And that's a good start. And then there's this one here, which really would love to send out a biomatter into this colony over here. We get a two-way trade for that. We get 2 more of these. Almost at -8. We really want to make some bots, right? Well, we can now do that, right? With more teleporters and things. Though I might want to wait until we get access to... What do you want? You want like 1 more import, right? You want like 2 more imports. It's like a robot available here as well, right? We could send that all the way up there. Like we can... that doesn't work. It's too far, right? I mean, maybe we can do it like this, right? We can go all the way to the right, and then... There we go, that's now in range. Okay, here's your robot. If we can give it another import route, it'll produce more stuff as well. Now I could even take energy-driven industry, which will increase the production of everything. That seems good. We get more robots and stuff. Is it me, or are we just not making not enough money anymore? Is that a thing? It's interesting, but like with all these brain machine interfaces, you would expect that to work, but I guess not. I guess we can like teleport this in there though. I think post-scarcity might be the next thing we might want, rather than trying to go for more colonies and things. We could take the Ascension for 50. We could blow up more plants as well, right? To build more teleporters, that works too. Like, I guess we would blow them up right now, because it would... And then... Huh. That does work, that's interesting. We'll take the asteroid then, right? Let's have 56 on that. It's not really going to be worth it. Venue text, right? Where's that 48? This is like humans as robots, right? How good is that? We've got one here that can go in here and then make another energy, which is actually really strong. Humans as robots is quite good. This one in the corner, right? It's sort of like stuck. Swap available, but we got teleporters, right? So why not use those for a while? There is like some more things that can be done, especially up here, right? Gotta be careful that I don't preclude an access to this area here. Yeah, we get lots more value this way. Like 4 inputs. If you can get it up to 6 inputs, which is quite the challenge, right? Then it gets we get an opportunity to make a legendary. Which that is actually quite the thing. You need one more import, and then you can make one more box. Although you don't really have a destination for said box. That's not entirely true. I mean, there's this one, right? Trying to get things with 6 inputs is gonna be tricky. I don't know if we can do it. This one's at -5 as well. Like, we gotta solve more things. Oh, how we can solve more things. Like, it's a question of like, is this going to save us enough time that it's worth it? Probably, right? With 32 science, it seems like it's worth it. Maybe we want to colonize one thing here. This one seems good enough. We get like 2 science here. We get this solved, we get that solved, and we get... Can't afford, but, you know. Let's just explode this. There's quite a bit of money to be made here. Also, we can like build a teleporter to get another good in here, right? And then this would be able to go in there as well. This one needs like 1 more input or export. Oh, there you go, right? We can blow up more like plants that we can't use, right? There's a nice hole in there. And I suppose like we do that. Like we just prosper everything, right? Try to do that as efficiently as possible. Do we get the nanites first, or do we get this first? If I can get access to post-scarcity, it would be quite good because it would make lots more money, and then we wouldn't have to blow up as many plants, which saves a lot more time than anything else really could possibly do. Which is why I'm sort of looking into like, oh, could we perhaps do this, right? Like maybe, right? Maybe it's possible. We can certainly try, but it's a bit difficult to get access to enough goods and things in a planet in the same place. Like right now I don't really see a place where we could potentially get enough inputs. Maybe this one, right? Like this one seems like the most close to it. Like Like with a couple teleporters, I can see a way to get this. Right. So, yeah. And I guess we build those couple teleporters and we get replicating nanites, right? I guess that's a task complete. That's this in here. And then get 6 inputs here. Right, that's the thing. I was looking forward to doing. I'm gonna blow up more plants first though. I did get nanites, right? Yeah. I got that first so we can get actual access to all of this stuff. That will work. There you go, there's your 6 inputs. 3 of each, right? Effective, but a bit, you know. What I really am looking for is robots though, right? That seems like a thing we might want. Or humans as robots, right? Humans as robots is good too. Get access to more ore and stuff. What do you need? You need like 1 more import or export, right? There's like 2 connections to be had here too. This one isn't going anywhere, right? It doesn't have any exports at all. That's pretty bad. We want to give it some exports because if it doesn't have any, we get a penalty for that. So I don't really like that idea. Destroy some more planets so we get some more money. And get post scarcity, which, yeah, that seems to be worth the money. Now we're making 78. And the goal is to grab, I guess we grab this one, right? Because we want the robots. Like various places. There's a good argument to be made for this one, yeah. Like you can get like a nice connection here. What do I do with all this other chip here? All this chip here. We could try to send in lots of chips in here, right? Like 2 more chips would do to make it 5 inputs. But where's number 6 going to come from? Number 6 is the main problem. Like energy is always a thing, right? That can always be sent anywhere we want. So there's like a thing to be concerned with. Like if we can send energy into places, then we can make lots more humans, for example. But energy really we'd love to send into a place that's making 2 different things, so they can make 3 different things, right? For example, into here, we could make even more green and blue stuff, although there's no real consumer for it up in the corner. There's a good consumer here, right? But no one to here that makes both. We don't have Genesis cells or any like of those upgrades. We just have brain machines, which that works, right? It's not bad. We're at 7%. This one's going to suffer if I don't. I guess we go for it then. We get this one here. We need to get an ore into it. Which I guess has to come from here. Can we even reach? I guess we can. Hopefully, yeah, we can afford this. Okay, just in time, that's good because it doesn't cost us 8 then. In terms of happiness. Alright, so humans as robots I think is the next part. It sends out humans into all sorts of places, which is good, because we're making money. We also increase our size to vast, which, you know, that had to be done, I suppose. There's this extra energy here. There's like lots of places we could send it to, right? But it's very valuable because it makes more things. For example, I could make lots of boxes, right? So that would count. And suppose scarcity is like really good if we can make money with it, right? Making lots of goods is nice. Get every colony goods, because this is very centrally located, so it should be able to. Income, right? Machine interfacing, energy driven. So there's machine interfacing we can lock up there as well. I might want that for energy. I definitely don't need this swamp over here or this swamp in there, right? I just want to destroy some swamps so I can get some more money, so I can get more machine interfaces. Just grab all these things. And I could add this one in here and that one in there, but it's expensive. Teleporters are expensive, right, to run, so as well as to build. But they are quite nice. Can we get to 6 things? This one is close. That's very close. Can we get that one? Sort of 5, right? Just one more, we should be able to get that. Just a green thing, like from here, for example, would be a thing. That needs a human. Can we give it a human? Not yet, but like this we can. This is free. We have to like. I guess we're gonna sacrifice this. Sure, we get a 2-way trade out of it. And pop that. Actually, create some science. Avoid synthesizers. Yeah, we need to like. That'll be a bit annoying, but we gotta do this first, otherwise it's gonna send it the wrong way, right? I maybe want that Earth-like as the thing. No. There we go, that makes a lot of monetary sense, right? We're trying to keep up with the cost of the teleporters, which is very expensive. It spends like 200 a year or something. And the slipways are getting more and more expensive as well. It's like neither here nor there, right? Because it's September. Go, we get another human here. We could give it a box too. How many 2-way trades do we have at this point? 5 out of 8? Like we're building those at the same time, right? I'm not forgetting them. Actually, like we could get one over here. It's a Gaia world. And you could be another legendary as well. Quite effectively, actually. If I can get out of range. Getting access to more energy would be nice too. No, it doesn't really seem like we're gonna be able to though. There's your 4 things, right? Like 6 isn't that far away. But out of range is the thing. That is probably gonna turn into money. There, we got 106 income. That's a good amount. Like, what's the biggest lab we've got? 11 up here? I mean, I guess technocracy is fine, right? There's 11% happiness, not bad. Maybe it's void synthesis first, but maybe do this first so we can get a Victory thing, right? And then that Victory thing will give us more points. I can get a box for you. So we're actually out. I guess from here. There's also more energy to be had, right? Which I do want. I don't know if I want to not keep that actually. Let's do that instead. I think I can build energy here for 0, which is very good. And then we can send that in here. Like, we have to waste the 1 so we can get a chip. I don't want to upgrade that planet, right? This is okay. Like that, and then send it back. It's still at 100. Do we need a bot? She just come from here? This is good because it like creates a two-way trade and makes 2 prosperous planets, which is really strong. I don't know what to do with the other energy though. There's an argument to be made to make like throw it into here, for example, to make more of this stuff. Just makes 2 different things, so we get double value out of energy-driven industry that way. Don't know. Lots of places, right? This one runs like doesn't have a machine interface yet. We should probably build those. Like 7 income from that one as well. Actually, maybe we do this one, right? Because I wanted to do that because that's a two-way trade right there. And there we go, another task complete. Now, why couldn't we get this before? Wow, okay, remnants and ore producing, I think we can do. Right, we just need... Oh, I kind of messed this one up, didn't I? Well, just relay it, I suppose, right? There we go. There's your ore producing planet, and now just remnants, which is this one and this one. I think I'll just do that, I think. I could send out a human there, but we still get one and another one still, so it's fine. Where's the money? 175. Where's my money? Oh, you can't connect that. Can I like squeeze it in here? Is it too thick? Oh, I can. So there you go, it's another prosperous. Now this one is the only one really that it's going to be a little bit more tricky. Not entirely, right? We can still get... It's okay. But... Water, right? How do you get water? Where are skill facilities? You need them. If I just give you a human, right? That just about fits. I thankfully did not block this one off. As a human, now all you need is one more export, right? So that's the things we can still get. Well, we need like the Vittori thing, right? So go ahead and grab Laboratory mission. There we go. Now this is one I want. Invent 3 new technologies. I think we can do that. Yeah, pretty much. That's doable. Alright. And getting 2 more ore producing plants to prosperous. They all need water. And we don't have enough time. But we can invent 3 new technologies. Right, get technocracy. Like void synthesizer. Like the drill bolts or something, right? I think we decline these missions at this point because we're in June 3425, so there's more to be had, and now we can look at, you know, can we build some more things? We're settling nearly everything everywhere, which is very good. Now, if I can make one more thing in here, we would get a prosperous planet, which I'm looking at this good and like, well, that might actually be doable. Right, if I build a teleporter down here, we can actually reach there. Yeah, that makes another legendary up here. Legendary planets. Alright. There's this bot here which wants to do something. I could go in here, so we can make it successful, right? If we could get it to do something useful, then maybe we can get more than successful out of it. We don't have bots of humans right now. We didn't get that tech, otherwise we would have picked it up like much earlier, because there was lots of places where they could be used. It's also you, but like you won't ever become more than successful as well. Although, maybe. No, that would work. I just don't think we have the time, right? Like, yeah, we wouldn't be able to afford this. Like November, you know, this is affordable, right? But then that is not. I still think it's fine though. We get another successful plan out of it. A few more points, right? We're missing like 48 here. If we had another thing, we could have gotten it. I mean, yeah, right. This looks fine to me. Look at the mining focus. I think that gives too little points for what it's worth, for how much you need, how much ore you need to get, right? You get like 400 points. Normally you get about 2,000 empire points. Still, this is like a nice score. 30,000. 367. Just over 30k. And we had 178 happiness, which is like the most source of the score, right? We had a pretty small empire, but fairly happy and a good amount of mission points, and we only got like 400 empire points because mining focus is annoying like that. We got lots of technology, although we didn't really use all of it in the end. But yeah, we started with Brain Machine, which was actually quite valuable. I forgot a few in. I think if I had not forgotten the Brain Machines at some point, like we forgot it at some point, although I was quite low on money at that point, but I think we could have gone like 1 or 2 more years, right? And that would have probably led to a little more income, and that would have meant probably like that last connection there that we could have still made. It would have meant like 1,000 more points or so, right? It's actually quite significant because it would have made a prosperous planet.